Welcome to Which Hobby Is It? It's Mel, and I'm back with a new episode of Book Lovers, with anime book lovers. Well, I'm here with an author who doesn't watch anime, but we might be able to encourage her to join the family of anime by the end of this episode. You never know, but we're here because it's um Read Caribbean Month and Caribbean Heritage Month.
That's right.
And as a Caribbean person myself, I thought it would be very interesting to talk to a other Caribbean person, and an author that I've read now four of her books. And I read one book that made me go, man, we need to have a conversation because I have questions, but we'll get there in a minute. Welcome, Leah
Yes.
Williams.
Hey.
Uh, Now, Leah is uh, from St. Kitts, if I remembered
That's correct.
correctly.
That's
Yes,
correct. Yes.
good. It's a little dot island that is bigger than my dot island. so, so she has that on me. Otherwise, she is now living in the States.
Yes.
So she has also done what a lot of Caribbean people do. They go away to maybe study or do something and then never really go back.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, or we go back and then leave again.
Yes.
But and you could, for me then I find that you can um see that and read that in your writing. The young people who move away or have to move away and then come back to their island, or you know, want to come back to the island but
Right.
can't. So it's mm, I would say it's very much real Caribbean experience. Real Caribbean experience. So I'm gonna start off with the most generic question out there. What got you into writing? Because that's, you're an author. Like,
Well, so I teach English. I teach English to seventh graders,
mm,
middle school, and I also
okay.
teach at the university level. So I read a lot, and my kids, I'm always trying to get them into reading. But I realized that there weren't a lot of books that I can give people who came from the Caribbean that look like them. Additionally, when I was a child, I didn't have books that look like me.
Mm.
I read, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. None of them have ever been on the islands. So I wanted to start providing books that look like us, like what
Yes.
we've been through, walking on a dirt street, walking through cane field, walking, you know what I mean, just going to the beach to relax, or just real island life. So that's really why I became an author.
That's actually the one of the best reasons I find to bring experiences that other people haven't seen or read a lot about. That is not also steeped in a lot of trauma.
Right, right.
Because uh, that's my, this is my small quip with Caribbean lit. Is like, I'm reading a lot more of it, but I also need to read it in like big spacings.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like after I read one, I'm distraught or I'm emotionally spent, and I'm like, okay, let me squeeze in a couple of cozy fantasies, something, something,
Some
something
happy
in the
things.
middle, right? Something in the middle. And I'm not saying that there's no space for it. There should be, because that is some of our history. It's
Yeah.
not all of it though.
No.
So we should be able to branch out in telling simple daily life stuff. And that's why I like your books, because I seem to enjoy reading and consuming slice of life type of
Got you.
stories
Right. Like
where
experience.
I can experience the world from a different point of view, a
Hmm.
different upbringing, a different perspective, and it gives me, it's like, I won't say easy reading,
Yeah.
but it's a lot less stress inducing. Like, except Where is Naomi? Okay, Where is Naomi is the most stress inducing book of what I have of yours, that I thought, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a mystery. Oh, it's really this be cool. Oh, she's branching out into mystery. Like, yes, I like a good thriller. I like, and I'm like, what? In the am I reading? Nope, close it, put it down for a second. Now I have to recalibrate my expectations, because now I'm in my feelings that this book is too close to home, and I'm like, all right. So yes. So who is you? Do you have? Because you said you read a lot, and yeah, like you read Nancy Drew and
Right.
Hardy Boys. I mean, I we're in the same age range. I'm saying, because
Hmm.
I also read like a lot, and a lot of it was a lot of Nancy Drew, a lot of Hardy Boys,
Right.
a, a lot of stuff that you won't find one person of color in. And so not even, and then to find a black person, and then to find a
Right.
Caribbean black person, it's
No.
like it's like a looking for not even a needle in a haystack. It's looking for salt
A
in a
miracle.
haystack.
You're looking for a miracle, really. You know?
Looking for
So,
a grain of salt in a haystack. So yeah, who who was do you have authors that you say, hey, these authors, I'm whatever they drop, I'm reading?
Terry McMillan for sure. Whatever
Mm,
she drops, I've read all but one of her books. I think I haven't read Mama that just came out, or whatever book she just came out with.
that's the last.
Right.
It's
So
like
it's on
last
my,
release, yes.
yeah, it's on my TBR. I've read all of Eric Jerome Dickey, all of Elin Harris. I can't really think of Kwame Alexander. I've read all of his books, all of Jason Reynolds. So I mean, I don't have a if I had to choose a favorite author, it would definitely be Terry McMillan. But I don't shy away from reading anything because I need to be able to find a novel for any of my students, regardless of background,
Mm,
regardless of gender, regardless of belief. I need to be able to present something to them so that they can, I could pull them into this realm of
of
stories.
reading.
So I try to read a lot of everything, mystery, fantasy. Um, in the summertime is for me though. The
Yeah,
summertime, I can read whatever I want. I'm not working.
summertime is Leah's TBR list.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Mm,
So yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. I'm just not afraid to jump into something. I'll give
yeah.
everything a chance.
Yeah, and you're literally counting down to summer now, because it's like what, couple of more weeks for
Oh
you to
yeah,
go.
so I actually I've been off for almost a month. Summer has started
What?
for us. Yeah, in
Oh,
Florida.
for Florida?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the schools ended I think the last day in May. So
Wow.
yeah, so,
That's early. Cause
it's not early enough. So it is
okay,
not early
I
enough.
mean, yes, I get it. I get it. Kids work, like, vacation times is not vacation times, because you're working
Right.
to prep for the upcoming whatever semester. So I get it. I have friends that are teachers also.
Okay.
So
So you
I
get it.
I get it. They'll be like, "What vacation? The only vacation I know is a month in summer."
Hmm.
And the minute that month is done, I need to start prepping for the new school
Yeah,
year.
that's basically it. That's basically it. So
I can feel your pain. I can feel your pain. I have very much compassion. Um, let's get into uh more of the writing, because we're gonna hit that first, and then we're gonna specifically hit Where is Naomi,
right.
because um, that's what brought us together in more, because we've been back and forthing on the socials. But this is why I went, okay, we need to speak. If you have the time and you're really,
I'm off.
you need to have a talk. So I want to know about the, because your books are like slice of life. It reflect um part of your life per se, or is
Yeah.
it reflective of just the the idea of Caribbean living, right?
So a little bit of both. Mostly everything that I write about, it's either something I've experienced myself, or I've seen, or I've heard about, or I want to bring stories about the Caribbean, at least about St. Kitts, to the
Hmm.
forefront, because I don't, even when I look for authors from St.
Ooh,
Kitts.
don't even get me started.
Right. There's not really many that I can find, maybe about two or three of them, and one of them write middle grade or YA.
Hmm.
And I need I need students to not be in the situation that I was in when I was a young girl. When I was a young girl, we besides the Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, I would read my mother's Mills and Boons
Hmm.
and her romance books, which I wasn't supposed to be reading,
All
right?
those Harlequin books that we should not had our hands on. Yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
So I feel like if we were able to provide them with books with characters that look like them,
hmm,
characters that, know that when they drag their hand across a sugarcane field, it's probably going to get sliced open.
yes, yes.
You can't find that in a book that the author doesn't know that type of experience.
Has not at least seen it happen, or experienced it, or
Right,
even read about it, because you know what I mean.
exactly. And even growing up in St. Kitts, you read, but you read for exams, for
For
tests.
school.
There's no real reading for joy, for fun. In fact, I don't even remember going to the library that much, but I want to be able to create this type of culture that allows us to read and read stories that we can exist in, we have
Hmm.
existed in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I try to. It seems like it's a slice of life because it actually is. Um, because again, either I've been through these situations or I've seen them, or it's easier to write when you've seen it, when you've been through it, when you've had some sort of experience, because then you know the emotion that those words will cause, because again, you've been there, right? You know
Hmm.
when it's time to cry, when it's time to be shocked, or whatever emotion you're trying to develop, you've already been there, so it's easier to write that way. So
Yes. Nice, nice. Um, I'm gonna ask a question you shouldn't. I think you shouldn't ask your authors. But do you have a favorite character that you've created?
yes, I absolutely have a favorite character. Gwen. Gwen from Sweet
Ah,
Like Sugarcane.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, she is my favorite character.
And
Um,
can you maybe elaborate why she's
yeah, she's a lot. I am a lot of her, and she's a
your
lot
favorite?
of me.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of those things that happened, I've actually experienced.
Mm, mm,
So, and I think too, because because I've experienced those things and I've seen those situations. I can relate more to her because being in that school, being in the type of situation where your teachers know your parents, the
Mm,
the village is so close. I think
mhm,
that's why I like her, because even though, or in spite of these things happening to her, she still was very resilient in whatever she wanted to accomplish. So I think that's why she's one of my favorite, because she's so close to home, you know? Um,
I mean, yes, the smallness,
yeah,
the smallness of the islands. People on, I when I try to explain to it to people who've never lived, I tell them to think of the island as a town.
yeah. Just one
It's
time.
one. Yeah, I'm not talking about multiple towns and
Right.
adjacent towns. I'm talking about that one town where everyone knows everyone, or a lot of people know a lot of people, or think of it as a town where generations have lived there for, like, people have lived there for generations, and
Yes.
people know each other's family. Like,
Hmm.
you talking about having your teachers know your parents by name, and where you live, literally where you live,
I mean,
and,
literally, they'll come to your gate and see
and
whatever
say
they need to
where
say.
you at, yeah, where, right.
So yeah,
Having that, or like my experience, having my aunts teach at the school I yes I went to, so, and having my aunt as a teacher,
yeah,
right.
that
Like,
sounds about right.
but she's my, I call her my aunt, but she's my great aunt, but
Okay.
she's still my aunt. Like, doesn't great the great is for decoration
Yeah.
most of the time. The great is decoration most of the time. But it's a different experience having so much familial people surrounding you in all aspects of your life,
Right.
from morning till night.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a whole different way of growing up, and
Yes.
it shapes you differently,
Uh-huh.
I feel. And and all of that is reflected in your books, because I keep seeing it, like, come back, and I'm like, yeah, I remember something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I've heard that story somewhere before.
Good, good. That's what I want. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
and it then jogs back memories that you were like, oh yeah, just going to the beach, just to go, like, just to be outside, just to put your foot in water, just to chill with your friends. you know it's not like they say here, you go hang out at a park, or so.
No, I
Is the beach or the YMCA? That's it. That's the is the beach, the schoolyard, or the YMCA. You can't. And when they started building playground ish things, like the basketball fields and stuff,
mhm,
is that right? The YMCA or the basketball fields in your neighborhood.
right.
So it's nice to see that type of uh, socializing coming back also in the books, because that's how we socialize.
Yeah, yeah,
We
for sure.
You socialize with the people you go to school with. Like, I have people I've known since kindergarten that I went to school with until high school.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Right. So that type of closeness and familiarity, it without the toxicity
Yeah,
is
yeah. Without the toxicity and without the trauma, which is
yes, is
important. Again, just like what you said, not that we don't need to talk about the trauma, but sometimes it's nice, it's an ease not to have to deal with it all the time.
yes, because
So
literally going outside is can be traumatic for for us. So like it would be nice to sometimes find stories about our lives that has things happen to us, but still it's soft for
Right.
our soul, soft
Yeah.
for our hearts.
Yeah, we deserve some softness too. There's a oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, but she writes spicy romance. Kimalisa Lings, I think she's from Antigua, I'm not sure. But she posts all the time about, being
But
being
I
in the
think I
island.
think I started following her because of I think something
I,
like
I
some
probably reposted something she
yeah, and
said.
I was like, this is a nice Caribbean person I know nothing
Yes.
about, but is writing something different. So
Yeah.
let me follow them, see if
Yeah. She
they
has
write
some
things
deep
I would enjoy.
stories. And I appreciate her work because, again, she's from a small island and
Hmm.
we don't have those things. We don't have them available to us. And she's doing the work. So as long as we're all on the same page, we're trying to support each other.
Correct,
um,
correct. And
I'm okay with
that's yeah, and that's what this the Re Caribbean month thing
yes.
also was very interesting. But actually, that was the most enlightening thing that happened to me in COVID time. Next to like making like new friends that are now my forever friends, I call them. But i- that growing up on the island, you are not told that there are so many other. They're like people writing. Korean people are writing books,
No.
and I'm like, why is our library like we have a library and we have like maybe a couple of Caribbean writer books, and most of them are then or something we have to read for school.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I grew up having no notion that there was so much
Right.
writing going on in the Caribbean, and that it's not only literature about our past or historical fiction
Yeah.
or nonfiction stuff. It's like um, magical realism, and that's what that's what I wish more for us. Books where we're writing fantasy
Hmm. It's
on
coming.
the
It's coming.
on the island, right? And it's
Yeah.
happening. The aliens like so I started also reading Cadwell, and one of the first books, I think it was Carbonite. It was one of the weirdest names
Mhm.
of books I had seen, but it was about alien, some type of alien mystery or fulcrum mystery on, I think it was Barbados,
Okay.
and or Trinidad. It was like in one of those places, and I'm like, wait, what? We have magical realism books written
Yeah.
on from the
It's
islands.
it's it's nice when we actually, when we actually discover them. It's like finding, this a new shell in the ocean or something because it's
And
so
you
special.
and it's so beautiful
Yeah.
because like you said it's coming, so I'm looking at you. Are you dipping your toes
Kitchen.
into the you're dipping your toes into, because the
Yes.
minute that drops, I'm gobbling that up. I'm
Yes. So the one thing I like about, well, many things I like about writing is that you can write whatever you want. You know,
facts.
you are not tethered to one genre, right? Whatever story comes up in your head, if you can develop it and write it. It doesn't matter what, if it's about aliens, if it's about real life, it's about history. It really doesn't matter. You just write it. You know.
Yes. And also that's let me go check the questionnaires or something more. He said we went because One of my best friends is now also writing, right?
Okay.
And I've been telling her I've now slowly ingrained myself in the writing social parts of social media, so
Yeah,
like on Instagram and on Threads, and I like tell her, okay, so this is what these people are doing. This
yeah.
is how it looks for indie authors. This is how you
Mhm.
go. This is the people you might need to go to get to help you shop around your stuff. And did you have someone like that back
No.
in like when you started writing? Was it was you and yourself?
So okay, I wrote the book, my first book. You read that, neither out far nor in deep, and it has those deep accents, and I wrote it the way I wrote it because I didn't want to lose the authentic language, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Even though it's English, if I wrote it without the authentic language, it wouldn't be from St. Kitts. It wouldn't be the same thing.
Yeah.
And I know the process of publishing just from doing a lot of reading, a lot of research. I know you're supposed to query agents so that you can eventually get somebody to represent you.
Mm-hmm.
And those people, once you get an agent, they're going to get your book deal. And
Mm.
I queried 250 agents.
250 agents.
250 agents. I sent out 250 letters. I received contact from two of them who asked me to send, a full chapter.
Yes, meant
I
to.
sent the chapter. One of them sent back. They would like me to do whatever they asked me to do. I did
Mm-hmm.
it and I resent it, and I hadn't heard from them since.
Oof.
And then I woke up one day and it was like very plain, plain as day. You need to bet on yourself. You need to do this
Mm-hmm.
yourself because we're in a market that St. Kitts is, like you said, a dot. It's very simple,
Literal dot.
right?
Like
So when you read the dialogue from the characters, it looks like they can't spell. It looks like they can't you know th- it even looks like to some people that the author can't really write or,
right. Yeah.
or spell, or if you don't have an understanding of the Caribbean, it's and then that's another issue. We don't have representation. If you don't
That's
have right, if you don't have that representation, if you don't have that understanding, then I would be stagnant forever. If I hadn't decided to do this on my own, then we wouldn't be here today, right?
mm,
I met a young woman who she's from St. Kitts too. She's the one who published my first book under her company, Paragon Publishing, and she's been extremely helpful. However, from there, I mean, I'm I'm very fast moving. Once I learn something, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go with it, right? So from there, I just started doing it on my own. I figured out how to create audiobooks.
mm,
I learned how to publish on my own. The the art teacher at my school, basically my friend now, she creates the book covers. I tell her what the story is, and she'll just
nice.
give me the book cover.
And it sometimes it takes like you said, you start on your own, but it takes a community.
Oh, for sure. This is not not easy
This is
at all. Without my friends, my family, I would not be able to do any of this because it's so much work. But I have a very supportive family. My friends are very supportive, but you have to keep going. It's not something that's easy. If I stopped at the first book, then it wouldn't be, like I said, we wouldn't even be here today, right?
uh,
The
and
second book,
that's a sad that's a side idea. That's a
right,
sad
right.
idea.
The second book, well, the first book I got some really good reviews on it. So I was like, okay, I could do this. People say I could do it. Let me do it.
Yes, yes.
And then I wrote Where is Noemi? And I got some terrible reviews on it. And because of the reviews, I gave up. I was like, maybe this is not for me. I should probably stop writing. And I remember telling my cousin this, and I was at her house, and she told me, she said, you get to lie down today, but tomorrow you need to get up and write because a bad review means nothing. So,
True.
like 6 books later, right? Thank God for her. But
Yes, tell her I said thank you.
I will,
Tell her I said
I
thank
will,
you.
I will.
Because these are
So,
books that are really needed, and I wish these are books I wish I had when I was growing
right.
up. When I was in the ages of trying to figure out myself,
Mm-hmm.
trying to be who I was supposed to be in,
Right.
and without, these are the glimpses of life on the islands that, even though I know other people were going through it because I have friends, it still felt lonesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You feel isolated because you don't think other people are going through what you're going through, right?
yeah.
Because as much as we know everybody's business on the island, we don't really know everybody's business,
That
right?
that people, you need to, the intonation is important.
Yeah. So
We
it's
hear
important
everything.
if
Yes.
you can read these things in a novel and realize that, oh my gosh, you know, if someone like this was going through this and was able to make it through, definitely I can make it through, right? And the goal is for you to read my books, fall in love with a character or hate a character in
Mm, mm,
like in
mm,
Noemi,
mm,
and
mm.
share it with someone else. That way they
Yes.
know, we have books out here that look like us. We have characters that look like us. We have characters that speak like us. It also helps with reluctant readers, right? If you're not someone who likes to read, but then you see someone who looks like you, talks like you, um,
Have some experience, a
right,
little bit of
have similar
experience like you.
experiences,
Yeah.
you're more likely to jump into that book rather than not read at all.
Yeah.
So that's mainly my goal. Hopefully, I answered that question.
Yes, that was a great answer because I'm also so happy that people move past bad reviews, because not every book is for everyone.
Hmm.
I think people need to still get their heads
Yeah.
around that.
So it's hard to a bad review is stifling, right?
Yeah.
Um, but if you have the right mindset, like you said, a book is not it's not for everybody. Like I've had some bad reviews on Black Girls Day Off. You haven't read
Mhm.
that one yet,
No.
but the number of bad reviews I've had compared to the good reviews I mean, the good reviews are way more than the bad reviews. And I think past Noemi, I got into the realization that, yeah, I'm not writing for everybody.
Exactly. And that's I think that's the most freeing, for in my perspective, that's the most freeing part of writing. When
Yeah,
you get to the part where you know your writing isn't for everyone, and that's okay if some people don't get it.
that's fine. There are millions, trillions of books out there. If you happen to find mine and fall in love with it, wonderful. If you find mine and don't like it, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I'm still alive. Your bad
Look,
review
it
did
might
not.
hurt. It might hurt because
Oh yeah,
it's
it'll definitely hurt that human part of you where
mhm,
it's like somebody stepping on your toe.
yeah.
You're like, ah, but After that, your toe gets better, your feeling gets, it passes. It's not someone that lives with me. It's not, and even if it was someone who lived with me, it is
Oh no,
still what.
they're out the door. What you mean you're not supporting my writing? Get out.
Right, right. No, no, but it's been
Yeah,
yeah, those reviews are not for the reviews are not for the writer,
yeah,
right?
right.
They're not
Right.
even really for the readers too. It's you, just like you're on social media, you get to express whatever you feel about
Hmm.
something. You have that right. What it does do, unfortunately, it deters some people from a good story, because they look at a review and they may actually like the story if they tried it. There's some people who look at a review, don't even look at a review and get the book and fall in love with it. But the majority of people, they look at reviews to decide whether or not they should get something.
Mhm.
But it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is because I'm still as a reviewer now. Like
Mhm.
I'm technically I can call been reviewing books for a year now. Like as a reviewer now, like that I post on all socials about certain books and I read arcs and stuff like that. I try to write my reviews as a me perspective
Right, yeah, yeah.
so that people will go, oh, this is her feelings, and the book, the description of the book is supposed to get you to figure out if you want it or not,
Yeah.
and my review itself is about how the book made me feel,
Right, right,
and how I reacted while reading the book, or what stayed with me after closing the book.
right,
Yeah, and that's where that's I think that art is has left the building when it comes to reviewing online. I think especially I'm not on TikTok, so I think one of that reasons because I'm not I don't do quick things. Stay with me. I need a minute to
yeah. I
to
realize that.
to figure it out before I go and talk about it.
Right,
And sometimes I post in the middle of reading because I'm like, what the heck was this? But it doesn't reflect in the review.
right,
It has to be egregious. Like it has to be egregious that I will put that like, oh, what the hell did I just read in this in the review? But again, I read with the idea that some books are just not written with me in mind,
yeah, and that's okay.
and that's fine. And so I don't have to imprint myself
Right,
on the main character or whichever character I feel. I can just read it as a story that is happening
right,
somewhere, and enjoy it for that, or not enjoy it for that, and whatever it comes and goes with.
right.
Great. So now we've done all the authoring talk. We're gonna jump to why we got together. Where is Nomi? Okay. So I think I got this one from you. I
Mhm.
think I got this one from you. And I was like, read I do not read a lot of the synopsis, and I don't look up reviews because again,
Thank you.
I'm I'm a person where like I'm gonna like it, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like reviews for stuff that I like and don't like are for stuff that are breakable.
Right, yeah,
Like if
yeah, yeah.
I'm buying a fan or buying electronics,
That
I
makes sense.
need to know if it's the stuff will break on me.
Right.
Or I'm going to a restaurant and they have bad service, or their food is cold or something like that, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't take people going, oh, the food is too spicy, or the food has too much other. Those reviews don't make no sense to me because my palate is different.
Right, yeah.
But talking about a review about the wait staff sucks, or you know what I mean, those reviews, I look at, and I go, okay, let me go through some more reviews to see if it's a reoccurring issue,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
not a client issue. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, that
Because
makes
some
sense.
people can, some people are just idiots, and they cause the servers to act up on. So yes. So where let me go, because I keep going into tangents. Sorry, people. Where is Naomi? Okay, so we give a little. You can give a little description of what this story is about,
Okay.
and and then I'm gonna give people a warning now. Is there gonna be some spoilers? So if you
Um,
don't mind spoilers, like it's gonna be a little, because I have to ask some questions.
oh yeah, that's fine.
So there's gonna be a little spoilers, but I still tell you to go read the book, cause cause if you come if you come from a family where you're the one covering for the bad person in a family, you will be all up in your feelings. Yeah. Please tell the people. There's a little snippet of what the story is about.
So this story is about two sisters, older, younger sister. They are, siblings. And if you know anything about siblings, there is always a love-hate relationship. I have a younger brother myself, and I love him to pieces. He's way taller than I am, but I can treat him badly. No one else is allowed to do that, and vice versa. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him, the same he wouldn't do for me. But outside of that, if anyone else messes with him, we're gonna war, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
This is Noemi, and Jasmine. Jasmine is the younger sister. Noemi goes missing. Before that, though, she's been covering for her sister. She goes wherever she goes, doesn't give an explanation, but Jasmine cannot go home without her sister.
Hmm.
Wherever she goes, she has to wait for her. And this is the true way of siblings, right? You have to protect them regardless,
Especially in the Caribbean.
right? Regardless of what bad choices they make, you still have to make sure you have their back no matter what. Well, she goes missing, and in the true American way, there's no. We just think that she's ran away.
Hmm. Hmm.
So Jasmine takes it upon herself to go to do her own investigation to find her sister. It's told in a dual timeline where she talks about what happened in the past that led up to this moment, and the following chapter would be what's happening right now. So it's sort of a then and now timeline, which allowed me to be able to explore the past to show how Noemi ended up the way in which she ended up,
Indeed.
without giving away too much. But yeah, that's how it came about. I remember when I first wrote it and I finished it, I said to my dad, I said, I don't really like this book. And he
Oh
said
my
to me,
god.
right, he said to me, girl, publish the thing.
Yes.
So I published it. It got bad reviews, and like a couple bad reviews. And I just left it alone. I left it. I just let it out there.
You
Let it
you
out.
you, let, you put it, like I said,
Yeah,
put it out.
I
Put
just
it
let it
out.
do whatever I
Yeah.
wanted to do. I really, it's very rare that I talk about this book. But the other day, I got a notification from Amazon that it was number 10. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I have not been advertising this book. I don't really talk about, my friends joke about it that we don't talk about Nori. And
You know what? Me and your friends are on the same page here.
right. But regardless of me not advertising this book, she still found a way to rise
Mhm.
above, right? Still became
Exactly.
number 10. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to start
Look,
paying more attention.
since I read that book, every time someone asks me for something for a Caribbean book, I put that book now on the list because the way it's written, in my idea, the then and now,
Mhm.
made it so much more infuriating. It made me more infuriating with Naomi. Every time we went back to the past, I literally wanted to belt her. I was like, okay, whew,
So
this
those
this
are those are
this
most of the
child.
reviews. Those are most of the reviews that I've gotten. If I could choke her to death, I would. If I could strangle her,
Okay, I need to go check these reviews. I need to because I need to see that these
right?
people have experienced the same feeling of wanting to assault a child for some reason.
Yeah, because I mean,
Reading this book, and I'm like, okay, I need to put this book down. I'm getting angry, and it's not well. It's not well.
well,
She's
that's a good thing though, right? Because it's evoking some sort of emotion in you.
yes,
And that's really the goal, to be able to pull something out of you, whether it's happiness or anger. Just
and
give me something, right?
you're. I was reading. There's like say people say they angry watch stuff,
Hmm.
and I'm like, no, you horrible. What you watch stuff that you don't like
Right.
because you feel like you that's keeping up with what's going on with people around you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm angry reading something, it's most likely I'm angry reading because the character or the situation has frustrated me or has pissed me off so bad. But I don't want to put it down because I need a resolution.
Yeah.
I need the answers to the questions. And if you cannot, if I can't get if they do not answer this question, me and that author has beef. Okay, beef because I'm like, what you mean?
Right. I sense there's a question coming, and I feel like I know what the question is. So go ahead.
Beef because I was like, so you end that book like that? I was like, Leah.
Yeah, I did that
And then
on
I was like, I
purpose.
don't know this lady. Let me call her Miss Williams. Let me send a message on the socials like, ma'am, like, what? I was like, help me, please.
Yeah,
I
and
needed, I needed a resolution that did not leave me. I was literally
satisfied. You were not satisfied.
I was literally choking. I was like, which, and I finished read that I think at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, because I'm a night reader. I'm a
Okay.
night reader. So like sometimes I start at 9 and then the book is so good and then I look up and it's 1 and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go to sleep. But yeah, I think I finished it because I was like right at the part where uh she was going to find the house and I
Yes,
was
yes.
like, okay, this is getting good, like good. She's getting close. I could feel it. She's getting close. I'm like, I'm not putting this down. I'm going. And then I'm like, oh, so yes, I was right. I knew she was caught up here. That literally me having to leave my bedroom because my partner is sleeping and I'm getting agitated, right? So I'm talking to this book and I'm waking up this and I'm like, okay, I gotta leave, go to the living room to finish this book because
Right.
I'm gonna be yelling or throwing this book at any time. And I'm like, I can't throw it because it's a Kindle.
Yeah, please don't throw the
I
Kindle.
was like, and then I was like, yes, thank God it's an old Kindle, secondhand I got from a friend many years back. But I was like, you know what? No, I still not gonna throw this. I'm gonna peacefully put it down. I'm gonna go to socials, vent my frustrations there, and then go to sleep and wake up in the morning and then send a nice message to the author to ask her what the fuck did I just read? Why?
I'm definitely okay with the DMs. I get them all the time, and They are interesting and funny, entertaining. So yeah, I always welcome them. Always welcome them.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so yes, we're not gonna ask because I get having a book end that way because it like what was the what was the reason? What was the reason?
Um, I don't know. I don't think I don't even think I have like a real reason why I ended it
You were
that way.
like,
I know I have a teacher friend of mine. She read it and she was just as pissed off as you. And she's still mad about that. This is not one of her favorite books of mine. And she loves my writing, but I like the flexibility that I have. I own this story.
mhm,
I control these lives, and I can end them or I can give them life, and I have that choice. If the reader doesn't like it, too bad.
mm,
But
yeah,
I like that I'm able to, bring some sort of emotion out of people.
mhm.
It makes me feel powerful.
Yeah,
But
I can see it.
I also don't like when I read authors and I already know I can read a book. I know that it's the author just from the way the story is going. Um, I don't want to be predictable.
Mm,
I don't want to be. I want you to love my stories or hate them, but I want you to know that I don't know what she's going to be coming up with next, right?
that's what this gave. This gave you thought you knew and you had no idea, and I was like,
Right,
I see you, I see you, I see you. Like
right,
I don't I don't hate the thing is I don't hate the book. I love the book. I love that I hate the character so much.
right,
The character, the whole story evoked trauma triggering situations, and still I still would champion this book. If someone would ask me, do you have a book that evokes certain feelings, I'd be like, I got you. If and then I asked them first, do you come in you have siblings?
hmm.
Are you the good sibling or the bad sibling?
Okay, good. Mission accomplished.
And
Mission accomplished.
then I'd be like, okay, if you're the good sibling, this is gonna do this to you. If you're the
Right,
bad sibling, you might not like the way this book is written, but give it a try anyways.
right. That's exactly what I like. Yeah, I don't want to be predictable. I don't want to be. That's why I'm writing. I'm writing mystery. I'm writing poetry. I'm writing American Black characters. I'm writing Caribbean characters.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So it gives again, it gives diversity.
Ah, yeah, that's the word,
It
right?
gives diversity because I realize that people go, "Oh, you only read black books?" I'm like, yes, I predominantly read black books, but I read every genre. I try to read every. Like I'm slowly dip my toes into like full horror. So I didn't read horror before like that. Like I normally my journeys were fantasy. No, it was thrillers and mysteries first, and then fantasy, and then I learned about like about sci-fi
Right.
stuff,
Okay.
and then I start. Then the how do you say the skill changed. I started reading more sci-fi and fantasy and less mystery and murders stuff. And then I was like, but there's more out there. What is there out there to read?
Right.
And then so I picked up horror and I picked up own voices stuff, and
Mhm.
and suddenly and suddenly now my the like the my range of reading is so wide that I can read almost anything without it being a wow, like a jarring type of situation.
Right.
So I encourage people to, if, even if you're reading only black authors or only Caribbean authors, that you try to diversify the genres. So you get, like you said, you get more. There's so much more. I found the book, the one of the first books that I started reading when I started reading really hard again.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Kaya Abanai and the Father of the Forest by Wayne Gerard Trotman.
Okay.
And it's really, it was just, I was just looking. I literally put like book about folklore. I googled folklore Caribbean and whatever, and a bunch of books while, and this just sound, look, the cover looks interesting to me also, because there's like a man with like Luxus type of hair with
Okay.
horns,
Hmm?
with like ram horns, and there's a forest behind him. I'm like, oh, this looks dark and mysterious. I'm gonna love this. Or at least it's in my wheelhouse, right, of
Right.
things I like reading. So but it was really, I really enjoyed it. I was very much surprised that all that happened. It had me confused for a few moments, because I'm like, oh, this, oh yeah, aliens could drop on the on the island too. Why not? Right? Why not? They could have, instead of landing in Los Angeles or landing in New York, they could have landed. I think they could have landed on Aruba. They could have landed in Trinidad. I mean, why not?
Right. Right.
Why? Like, why are we? Why have we? As like a community, as people, close ourselves off from thinking bigger for
Right.
ourselves. You
Right.
know,
More diverse, and
right,
that's the good thing about books is that you don't have to be stuck in one box, right?
right.
I can read whatever, as long as I can read whatever I want to read.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that's a really good thing about reading. And you don't have to, force yourself. And yes, you can read all Black authors because we have Black authors who have written in every single genre.
Every single genre. It's
Um,
it's so it's so amazing to just realize that, like, just we are capable of it all, and we
and I
just
think
need to
I've
expose
noticed that
ourselves.
more as I'm on social media. I'm realizing, oh gosh, because again, being on the islands, you're only exposed to white authors, which again, nothing's completely wrong with that, but it's so much more powerful to be able to read from people that look like you.
Yes.
So yeah, that's definitely important to expose people to these different things.
All right, Langa, I got a fun question,
Uh-oh.
especially for because we both on threads a lot. Because for us, threads is where it's happening when it
Yes,
comes
yes,
to bookish stuff. So, my friend, that she said to ask you, um, imagine one of your main characters is on threads. What would their social media content look like?
um
Any
it would
guess?
it would definitely be Noemi,
True,
and
true.
she would be up there as a different name, and she would have pictures of herself with her belly showing in in these precarious positions, and she would have a ton of followers, and people would be men of all ages would be in her DM all the time. She
Sounds
may
about now. Sounds about now.
she may even be on OnlyFans. Um, but yeah, she would
Again, sounds sounds
exactly.
about Naomi.
Yeah,
She would be trotting and trying
yeah,
and pushing the limits
yeah, pushing the boundaries for sure.
for
She'd be
sure.
the one.
Yeah. Yeah,
She'd
I
be the
could
one
I could
who'd
see
be
that. Yeah. I could see
question.
Naomi being on there cuz like I could literally see her one of those clothing influencers. And
Yeah,
she'd be like get ready with me type stuff.
yeah, definitely.
Get
Yeah, she
ready
would
with
have a
me type
TikTok. She
stuff.
would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would definitely be doing all that stuff. Probably have some sponsors.
So
Her,
exactly,
her
because
parents
I mean, because
know about it.
because in the book she is good at spinning the truth. She's a good storyteller, so I would think she would be so good in front of a camera, just telling
Oh, for
any
sure.
story. Yeah, pushing all the boundaries
Yeah,
and all the stuff.
that was a good one.
So on my channel for the which hobby is it? Because I'm a hobby collector.
Mm,
I do a lot of hobbies,
okay.
and I would ask the authors, do they have other hobbies?
Well, so I used to take my son everywhere until he got his driver's license and he fired me. So that was
That yeah,
that
her
was
hobby
one
was a driver, chauffeur.
right. Now I weight lift. That's one of my hobbies. I definitely love reading. That's hobby number two. I go to the movies all the time. I love watching movies. I love watching movies in the theater.
Mm.
I actually have a movie pass where I can go to unlimited movies.
That's people who are dedicated to watching movies in the theater
Yeah.
because you got to go many times to get your money's
Yes.
worth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I went just one time a month, it really pays for itself, right? And I love traveling. I love traveling. I don't like flying. I don't like being on a plane or the whole process of traveling, but I
But
like
you like
yeah,
being on the
I
place
like
of landing.
I like being on a resort, in a hotel, on a beach. Yeah, those are my hobbies.
Yeah, and uh, would any of those hobbies come back in a book? You would think.
Oh, definitely. Always.
You're like I'm gonna stick something in there.
Right, because even with my first book, the traveling aspect of it,
Mm.
with the way how Kadeem was transported to St. Kitts, right?
Yes, and the proper word is transported, not be.
Transported, right. Even in that situation, that's exactly how we fly from Orlando to St. Kitts. We have to
Mhm.
stop in Miami, because there's no straight flight from
Fly.
Orlando. It's the very same process. And when we land, it's concrete. We're walking into the airport. So, like I said, everything that I write about, I've experienced in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on a series, and that has no experience that I. Well, it does in a way, in an indirect way, but as far as world building, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a new thing for me, and I wanted to.
I'm
I
here
want
for the new frontiers. I'm
Yes,
here
yes.
for the new
I wanted to. I
frontiers.
wanted to try it out.
You,
So
you know who to call
yes,
if you need
yes.
someone to.
Thank you so much for being so supportive.
I'll
Yeah,
be like,
you'll
yes,
definitely be one
ha-
of the
ha-
first ones.
ha-
I'm glad you
hand it
signed up.
over. Let
Yeah,
me have a glance of what this is about. Not, and I will honestly tell you if I think, this is. I mean, someone might like it. It might not be me.
right, right. And that's the whole point. So
Mm,
it's going to be new adults. So because some things are going to be happening in there that my students probably shouldn't read. So it's a bit on the edgy side. It's more dystopian than anything that I've ever written. So I'm looking forward to finishing that, and then I can start sending out my arcs, and you are definitely on my list.
I will remind you. Don't you worry. I'll be like, I finished the rest two of the books. You got anything else for me?
Right,
You
yes,
got
yes, yes.
because I mean, um, uh, one more thing, and then I might talk about maybe encouraging you to try an anime because I'm gonna see if I can fit one of them with one of your books.
Okay,
Because again, the series that I started was for bookish anime
okay,
lovers, for people who authors who watch anime like and if watching all that anime helped them writing, influenced them in some other way. Since I
okay.
know you didn't watch anime, you watch a lot of movies.
I do, I do.
Did that those also help influence your writing?
Not necessarily. I watch a lot of TV shows too. I watch all the Law and Orders. I'm sure you could
Ah,
tell that.
yeah,
Tell
yes.
that from Where's Noemi. I
Hmm.
watch a lot of documentaries where people like real stuff. I'm interested in that, but I don't know if they really influence me.
Okay.
Mm, I just dream up things, and it's always like, what if this happened to
Mm,
this person? How would they react? How would the people around them behave? How would the environment change or not change? Um, that's what's always on my mind, right? Like, what if. So I may start a story. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna finish it. If I
mm,
say I'm finishing something, then it could be it could be by the end of this year, like with this series, or I may have to stop in the middle of that and work on something else because another what if has come to my mind, and I need to get that out before I can.
like you got okay. So um you have like a catalog of what if stories
Yeah.
that pop
So
up. You write something and
right. So
then
I have a bunch of it's mostly on my phone, in my notes where because it doesn't matter where you are, something will come to your mind, right?
right, right.
Um so I take a note of it. I start maybe mapping it out on my phone of the character names. I have a list of character names that I have so that I don't reuse the same names, and I'll check
Mm,
them off that I've already used. I also meet a lot of people because I'm a student because I'm a teacher. I
yeah.
meet all these different students, and they have all these different personalities. So I think that's where most of my ideas come from, because of these different personalities that I meet and the different situations um, that they have. Like I thought about the other day, what if a student, he's coming to school all the time, or he's missing school, but we don't really know what's going on at home. Maybe his mom has Alzheimer's
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
something like that. What if this is the case? And that may end up into a story. The poetry book that you read, where the guava tree stands,
Hmm.
one of my students, his mom actually got deported.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yes.
Yeah, and he was just he wouldn't come to school. His family was kind of like in hiding. And I thought about, what if one of those kids, this is what they were going through. So I think about if they can read something that looks like them again, you know,
Hmm.
it sometimes eases the situation.
I can see that. Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's where most of my stories come from again, from growing up
Hmm.
and from my students and what they are experiencing in front of me. So that's why I'm probably never gonna be in this one genre, right?
Right, right.
So
That's great. I mean, that's, I guess, how life is mostly. Like we go, we meet people, and you expand your your
Horizon.
views, you
Absolutely.
expand your horizon, you expand your knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
you learn about different cultures, different backgrounds, different parenting styles, different everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, even though there's a thing saying we all live the same childhood in some ways, especially in in the black community,
Yeah.
like like we like the whole never throwing away plastic bags.
Girl.
I mean, those things, like those small, like household traditional things that you go on the and you talk about it, and then like 60, 70 people go, yeah, we did the same thing, and like from generation to generation in our house, and I'm like,
Right.
yeah, yeah, we it's a thing. It's a thing. And but being seeing outside of that also,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Important.
beautiful and it's important, also empathy wise, but also just knowing that you're not alone in your situations. Like you're not alone in your happenings, and you're not alone in your feelings.
Right.
There are some people that can be of help because they've been through the same thing. There are some people who can empathize or have answers for you that you couldn't find on the
Your
Google
own. Yeah.
machine. Yeah.
Right. For
or,
sure.
or even in therapy, like even therapist people who have not therapist people. Wow, that's all. Even therapists, they don't always have the same backgrounds as us.
Mm-hmm.
So their perspective of our what we think is everyday happening in life might be so different, and they
Yeah.
have to then try to find a middle ground
Right. Right.
to connect. So having found people who have the same experience, well, not the same, but like close
Yeah.
experiences like yours,
Similar.
is helpful growth, and these books are a good start.
Yes.
Your books, especially for Caribbean young adults, these books I find should be in a library. They should be
I agree.
in, in the libraries on islands. Like on every Caribbean island library, they should have books, YA books about growing up Caribbean.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
About growing up Caribbean in um before the internet, and growing, because that's a whole different lifestyle. Okay.
Yeah.
Growing up before the internet on the island is but growing up before the internet, without the islands already is a whole different lifestyle. But
Right.
on the island is the whole thing, going outside to with your cousins to pick fruit, right?
Right.
Because that's your hanging out for the day. That's all that, you can't go farther than the street you live on, right? And so you now have to find activities to do on this
Absolutely.
one street. Things
Right.
like that. I find we need more of, and
Yeah.
I am, how do you say, happy that there are more people writing these types of books, and they're more accessible because of the internet. Because let's be honest, we're we're failing. I find, in my opinion, to shoot me out there, but we're failing our kids on the islands when it comes to reading.
Well, it's not.
and
It's not just
and
the islands, right? It's
yeah, it's
everywhere.
everywhere. But I'm talking about before it became a big problem, that reading and the anti-intellectualism and all of that. We've been failing the islands uh,
Yeah.
for a long time, because I remember reading at school being part of like the curriculum. Like you get like a set of literature books
Mm-hmm.
that you have to read for your Dutch class and for your English class and for your Spanish class and for you know what I mean. I
Right.
took all the languages that I could because I liked reading, so it does help
Right.
that I liked reading. So, but they don't. There's not a lot of that. There's like reading lists, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not all like you have to read. It's like you can pick out of these and then you do couple, and we did book reports after book reports.
I mean,
And
we could keep trying, but it's also hard to compete with social media, right?
oh
Compete with phones.
yeah,
So we can continue to do our part. I don't know if we'll be able to solve the problem, but we just have to keep trying to, put these books into our kids' hands
yeah,
and hope that they share them with
with their
um,
friends.
their friends. So reading has always been an issue, regardless of it being on a small island or on a continent,
Yeah,
because it's always in competition with sports or no with the
something. Yeah.
kid, or right, it's always in competition with something else that
Mhm.
always seems more entertaining.
Yes.
So it's always going to be a fight.
The forever fight of getting kids to read.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we should not end this on such a sad note.
Right. Yeah. We need a happy ending.
Right. So I'm gonna try something because you had told me that you had a favorite movie, and right now I can't remember the name, but I saved it. And I told you I barely watch um shows with that is not animated anymore
Right.
because I don't know, they all seem the same to me these days. I've watched a lot of the old stuff, like a lot of
Mhm.
the. But then again, when I was growing up, that was I was no way my mom would have had allowed me to watch that
No, that's
that story. So it never came back into my rotation, so I never watched it. But it was your favorite story. It has it's drama, romance, type of thing. So I
mhm.
was thinking I am going to see if I can curate some animes in that genre and also some things that fit maybe some of your books, like
Right.
in the slice of life. Because I when I started talking about, I like slice of life stuff. I just like consuming about other lives and learning about them. So I enjoy even in my daily TV watching stuff.
Right.
Well, what I call daily TV, my anime watching. I watch a lot of anime that is based around just regular human interaction, and sometimes there's like um aspects of magical stuff or like magic, some type of sports, because something that some a little bit of action, but it's always a, stays closer to someone just going to a after school fishing club.
Right.
you know and people are like, why are you watching? Because I'm like, because fishing might be interesting, so I'm gonna watch these people talk about fishing and after school, and I might learn something. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm gonna try that, and we'll I'll post it on socials and tags so everyone could go check that out
Will
as
do.
soon as I figure it out.
Will do.
I have to go through my catalog of stuff I've seen because I've seen so much. So it's a lot. I mean, a lot. Like me and my friend are always fighting about. I can't catch up with you. I'm like, yes, because you watch other stuff too. All I watch is anime most of the time,
Right.
and comedy.
And
Uh,
look, I got to tell you that my it's not been a year that has passed that one of my students have not tried to get me to watch anime. No one has got me.
No one
We
has
also
got
have, is it Maga? I forgot the name of.
manga.
It's
Yes,
right.
the
So we
mangas.
we
Yes.
have those in our school library, and they're always trying to get me to to get into these books, and I haven't.
Yeah. So there are a couple of, because I think there is a Jamaican
Mm,
who has a manga out.
okay.
There's like, yeah, some people are like some Caribbeans. There's this other lady who tells stories
Mm,
on the socials, and she wears these beautiful glasses all the time, and then it changes while she's telling the story. It's really fun, and her stories are always hilarious and
right.
also worrisome at times. But she also has like a comic out, but I think she lives in the States, but she's also like us, from the diaspora.
Okay.
She moved there. So like because of social, I'm seeing a lot of us
Yes. Yes. For
putting
sure.
our exposing our kids or the youths to the stuff
Yeah.
that we liked, but also creating our stories in
Right.
those
Right.
mediums,
Yeah.
because it's a manga is just a medium. It's
Mhm.
a way of telling a story in
Look,
pictures.
if you're gonna read it, listen to it, I just need you to, absorb the word.
Yes.
So I'll take it. I'll take it.
And the same thing with comics and graphic novels is,
Right.
again, a picture way, but in color, of showing stories, experiences, and so on
Right.
and so forth. So I tell everyone, read anything,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're reading a magazine at that, you know, read help. It
Right.
will it would help you with a lot.
Right.
If you read. So yes, so now we're ending on a better note with a task, and a you will see if I fail, if I can if
Good luck.
get her to watch something, or better yet, we if I find something I think she will really like, I might have to sit her down and watch it with her to at least get it through episode one to see if
All
we can get
right.
it to
Good
episode
good luck
one.
with that.
Because that's like 25 minutes, because
Right.
that's a movie is longer, a movie is like an hour and something, but like an episode, maybe a good OVA or something. We will try, audience. We, the anime community, will be bringing everyone in our midst one day, and hopefully enhance the anime community by bringing more diverse
Right.
voices.
Good luck with that. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'll try. I'll try, but
I
no
mean,
promises.
no, we do not promise nothing, but it will be exciting to see if the me and my anime crowd can find you something that you will think, oh, this is interesting, yeah,
Right.
and maybe get her to peek into the anime world. Yes, the anime world is sketchy at times, people. It is, but there's also a lot of good stuff. Y'all just don't look farther than your nose. Alright. Okay, let's end this episode because we're gonna go a next hour if I have to talk more about anime. So yes. Leah, tell people where they can find you on the webs of the inters.
On the web. So on the internet, I am at Leah Leaht Williams WILLIAMS .net. That's my website for everything about me, everything where you can find my books. My social media is at Kitty Writer One KITTIWRITER number one. Not the number sign, but one.
Just one, yeah.
Just one, just one. And that's for Threads, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. It's the same handle, so that we're not all over the place.
Good, good. So I will make sure I have the that information also in the show notes so people can easily just click on the link. Make everyone life easier. They will get to the
Ah,
content faster.
yes, thank you, thank you.
Yes. This episode is brought to you by Anime's Most Wanted. It's my podcasting people, my podcasting friends, where I podcast about animes I watch, and we review them, and mangas we read and we review them, and we talk also other stuff sometimes, but mostly anime and mangas. And Ginyu Talk Network, they do Dragon Ball Z uh, um, talking, everything Dragon Ball Z, manga, series, voice actors, they do a lot. So check them out. Also, all of the information will also be in the show notes. And yes, which hobby is it? And I'm Mel, and I go by Art Rogue Mel on the internet, all over the place, also because it makes it a lot easier to find. But if you want to find me, I am mostly on Threads and on Instagram in these bookish streets and in these anime streets, looking up stuff to read because
Right,
the TBR list on both sides are longer than two lifetimes,
yes.
and they keep people keep dropping books and dropping anime, so the list keeps getting longer and longer. And I hope you enjoy this episode. And the series will be back. Bookish anime lovers will be back sometime after the summer, because the summer everyone's busy. So thanks again for listening, and until next time, bye.